In this Ghost of Yotei video, I want to talk about all the awesome new things we just learned about the game from the latest state of play deep dive on the game. And this is even more than I expected, honestly, from what they talked about. It was roughly like 19, 20 minutes long, too. And they shed light on a lot of things, and there's still a lot we don't know. But let's go into what we do know now with this update. And the game is coming out October because we found out all the details before its October release date. And while Ghost of Yotei does iterate on the Samurai Sandbox introduced in Ghost of Tsushima, it looks like it'll also substantially improve on the experience with new gameplay ideas, a deeper focus on exploration, and quality life tweaks that could turn the digital version of Ezo into a must-visit destination on console. So here's a closer look at everything we've learned from this fresh look at the game. The first thing they address is what is an Onryo. Atsu's legend quickly grows in Ghost of Yotei as people begin to believe that she's a wrathful specter searching for vengeance. That's half true, as Atsu is essentially dead inside and focused only on finding the Yotei 6. 16 years have passed since her family was slaughtered by the gang. And Ghost of Yotei begins with Atsu returning to her home and vowing to help the spirits of her family to find peace. Atsu has her work cut out for her, but with hard-earned victory, her legend will only continue to grow. Here's deep dives into Ghost of Yotei revealed just why the protagonist Atsu is hell-bent on taking down an infamous gang known as the Yotei 6. Having your family murdered in front of you is bound to anger you, but Sucker Punch is putting an interesting twist on this part of the game's story. Once Atsu returns to her home, you can relive her cherished memories by switching between the present and the past. Sucker Punch says that by allowing players to personally explore her childhood, the wound of her past becomes that much more personal. Sucker Punch says that it aimed to create an open world experience that players can tailor to their preferences. Depending on your tastes, you'll be free to focus purely on the main storyline, wander off the beaten path, or sharpen your skills by engaging with enemies, all at your own pace. Exploration in Ghost of Yotei will also trigger a new underlining clue system, inviting you to venture to new areas where you'll face powerful foes and learn new abilities. Interestingly, it looks like this system is similar to the one used in Assassin's Creed Shadows, as players have to piece clues together to track down targets across the map. Atsu will draw cards for each adventure as she investigates further. And the more you play, the more this part of the game will unfold for you. It's interesting here how they are taking something like from Assassin's Creed Shadows here, and people have compared the Assassin's Creed Shadows to Ghost of Tsushima and all that, and how they feel like Ghost of Tsushima is the better Assassin's Creed game, things like that. But look right here, it's taking literally inspiration from Assassin's Creed even more in terms of what they do, in terms of what Ubisoft does. So I don't know. You might like this, you might not. But continuing on, though, one such example of this given here was the Kitsune side quest, which will lead Atsu to a snowy area full of ninjas. While it looks like a challenging environment, surviving here will lead Atsu to learn a few shinobi skills along the way. Atsu can earn some cash as well as a bounty hunter, giving her the resources she needs to fund her blood-soaked quest for revenge. These can be picked up from a bounty board, and some of the targets shown off in the State of Play video included the smiling Yoshitomo, Crow Ginzo, and Black Powder Ippei. One-on-one duels are also on the menu here, as the preview for the game showed Atsu facing off against Crow Ginzo, in a beautiful arena. There will likely be more of these challenging encounters scattered across the land. Atsu can also learn new abilities without having to draw her sword. Altars of Reflection require you to use various skills to reach them, and unlocking them will allow you to learn new techniques. While you can search for them during your travels, you can always buy a map showing where they are exactly from a local cartographer. Atsu can spend points to unlock new techniques across various skill trees: Core, Onryo, Melee, Revenge, and Wolf. And each one branches out to help you hone in on specific abilities, like attack, assassination, and survival in the Onryo section. Ghost of Yotei isn't going to rush you through anything, Sucker Punch said. Atsu has a spyglass telescope that she can pull out, and using it, players can highlight areas of interest around them. Reaching those areas is also designed to be an experience to savor. When Atsu rides to these locations, the camera pulls back to create a cinematic effect, and riding through flower streams will give her a speed boost. The lands of Yotei are vast, Sucker Punch added. It's not about checking it all off. It's about engaging in the content that gets you excited. Embrace the curiosity and let the wind guide you on your hunt. In Ezo, Atsu is going to need to be armed with a weapon at all times. Fortunately, she has a wide variety to choose from, and each one offers a new option for battle. Each weapon class also has its own selection of upgrades to discover and master. Some might be wondering, well, is Atsu a samurai or a ninja in this game? Neither, actually. As Sucker Punch says, Atsu is willing to use every single advantage and dirty tool in the book to accomplish her goals. That makes an interesting departure from Ghost of Tsushima, as its protagonist, Jin Sakai, found himself torn between walking the path of a noble samurai and using underhand ninja tactics to triumph against his enemies. The katana here, Atsu's go-to tool for taking on enemies, this is the same katana that was used to painfully pin her to a tree when she was left for dead alongside her family. Insane, right? And then you got the spear. Spear looks like a great option for keeping enemies at a distance. They included an odachi, essentially like a greatsword. When dealing with bigger foes, odachi can cut them down to size. One of my favorite Japanese weapons is a kusarigama, a signature ninja tool. The kusarigama can be used to bring enemies closer to you painfully. Dual swords. I love dual wielding in games, so anyone looking to really flex their skills with swords can double up in combat and unleash a maelstrom of steel. These are especially effective when taking on spear wielding enemies. And combat is all about lethal precision. When taking on enemies, Sucker Punch says that combat is designed to make you feel like you're in a classic samurai movie. Every move counts, and being lethally precise will help you take down anyone in your way. Another fascinating addition to combat is that Atsu can lose her weapon if she's thrown off balance. This also applies to your enemies, as being quick can lead them to being disarmed in turn. When she doesn't want to get up close and personal, Atsu can pick enemies off from a distance with a traditional bow and arrow or a single-shot rifle. Kunai and binding powers also give Atsu an edge in combat. Atsu won't be fighting on her own, as she'll have several allies to assist her. One of these is a wolf that she encounters at her family estate. Setting up camp reveals one of the best new features to be added to Ghost of Yotei. When Atsu settles down for the night, important characters with potential upgrades for Atsu's arsenal will come straight to you. This is designed to help players be prepared for the challenges that lie ahead of them at every turn without adding busy work. Fantastic, right? The clunky journal from Ghost of Tsushima has been replaced with a character-driven visual menu. This features key allies, vendors, and characters, and over time, it grows into a support network for Atsu. Using this menu, Atsu can keep track of when a character has something new to teach her or when a vendor has something new to sell to her. Sucker Punch refers to Atsu's crew as her very own wolf pack. New armor, charms, and gear will be revealed on Atsu's journey, and they can all be combined to create a character that suits your particular playstyle. Not only can you tailor Atsu's skills, but you can also customize her appearance with a wide selection of cosmetics. Just like its predecessor, Ghost of Yotei combines the traditional Japanese instruments with a Western influence to create an interesting soundscape. 2 tracks from the soundtrack have also been released online through various music streaming services. The music in the first game was incredible, and the music in this game is going to even be better. Ghost of Tsushima helped raise the bar for digital photography. And we have photo mode back. This time, I think day one. I forget if it was there day one in the first game with Tsushima, but yeah, we got photo mode here, going to be at launch. And like other first-party PlayStation games, you can expect to see a wide variety of options here to help you capture the perfect shot, from filters to picture effects. Sucker Punch added that it wants Ghost of Yotei to feel like you stepped into a samurai film, and one of the options to help achieve that effect lies in the audio department. The Samurai Cinema mode offers a full Japanese audio track, accurately lip-synced with English subtitles. Remember, this was an issue at the launch of the first game where a lot of people played the English version instead of playing the Japanese audio with English subtitles because the lip sync for the Japanese was just not working right, so they had to patch it and fix it. Ghost of Yotei will also see the return of Kurosawa mode, a visual filter inspired by the legendary filmmaker Akira Kurosawa, approved by his estate. This mode renders the game through a black and white filter, adds more film grain noise, and increases the amount of wind. Kurosawa isn't the only influential film director being honored here, as the work of Takashi Miike, I believe I said it right, 13 Assassins, has also inspired the game. Nikkei mode moves the combat camera closer, adds more blood splatter effects, and increases the amount of mud around you to create a gritty effect. That's most likely going to be my mode I play in on a first playthrough. Watanabe mode offers a lo-fi vibes to chill to. The cult classic anime series Samurai Champloo has also been a big influence on Ghost of Yotei, as the game offers a mode inspired by its director, Watanabe. Watanabe mode is all about vibes, as it adds lo-fi beats to chill and slay to. Several of these tracks have been directed by Watanabe himself for that added layer of authenticity. And lastly, Ghost of Yotei has a limited edition PS5 console that got announced too. I mean, is this a big surprise? No. They've done this for God of War 2018, God of War Ragnarok, Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2. So yeah, it's been a while though since we had something like this, because we haven't had a true first party release in a long time. We've honestly been having all this year, and I would say last year too, mostly, all these like second party type developers coming out from like Stellar Blade, Rise of the Ronin. I can keep going on and on, but you know, it's cool they're doing this. Some people are probably going to view this as maybe a cash grab, and that's real in a way it is. So, but if you're someone who's like into this stuff for collectible reasons, then this is going to be right up your alley. And this Ghost of Yotei bundle, or bundles, I should say, because there's two different kinds, will be available starting October 2nd, featuring beautiful art from the game as well. So it's going to include the console and the controllers here, two different styles here with like white and black and then a white and gold. So there you go. What do you guys think about this when it comes to all these new amazing details overall? Does this get you more excited for the game or hype and all that? Or are you maybe disappointed in some of this stuff? You know, were you hoping to learn, you know, other things as well too that haven't been revealed yet? Sound off in the comments below. That's going to do it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something from this. If you did, I would appreciate a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video.